1969, Richard Nixon was President of the United States. Let's see, the Vietnam War was going on, and the psychedelic pop culture was in full bloom over here. Woodstock had just attracted something like 350,000 people. The smash hit at the box office, Easy Rider. Psychedelic was in everywhere. Bell-bottom jeans and tie-dye, brightly colored t-shirts. And those same bright colors were making it onto our cars. In 1969, you could get a Carousel Red Firebird. This particular color is absolutely one of my favorites. Check out this engine bay. This is really one of Pontiac's best looking motors. This is when they were still using the really cool silver blue. Love all the chrome accents, chrome valve covers, chrome large air cleaner with chrome lid. This is bone stock. In fact, this is the numbers matching original motor that was installed by the factory in 1969. That is uber hard to end up with 47, 48 years later. And it's a super sweet 330 horsepower bone stock rebuilt motor with about 300 miles on it. And it's a torquey motor. Super fun to drive, but also fun to look at. Just happens to be a beautiful engine bay, the way Pontiac made it in 1969. Power steering and power brakes adds to the experience behind the wheel. Okay, let's start it up and listen to this car. You're gonna love this sound. It really sounds fantastic. Come listen to this. Man, that sounds good. That's pure American muscle. Also, come look at the hood tack. I love this hood tack. That hood tack and those hood scoops are just a blast to stare at through the windshield. Let's go for a test drive. Let's get out on the road here and let this thing breathe a little bit. By the way, the original AM/FM radio works, which is pretty cool. The shifts are so nice and easy in this car. It's a tight shifter, easy clutch. It's just a joy to go through the gears. I like changing gears. The 400 I mentioned earlier, it's a torquey little motor. It's very responsive. It's not a hot rod. It certainly will run, and I think it was considered quick by 1969 standards. But this car is built stock. It's built to be reliable and give many, many years of good, reliable performance ahead of it. These Firebirds, you know, these were expensive cars, especially equipped like this one. This car would have been the equivalent of an annual salary for most people, the average American, and consequently not many people ordered one. And Pontiac didn't make a lot of their more expensive models, which this would have been the top of the line. They didn't make them to for spec orders, they made them 2 orders. So you basically had to special order one. Not many were ordered because they were too expensive, and consequently not many were made, and rare in '69 and uber rare today. They made about 3 Camaros for every Firebird. So your Firebird is your much rarer car, that's for sure. And of course the Firebird 400 in a convertible is the ultimate. Take time to look at the pictures of the undercarriage of this car. This is a frame-off or rotisserie restored car, and that is an expensive undertaking. But at the end of the day, you have a car really that's nicer in terms of finish quality than when it left the factory in '69. So, well, I would say this is just like going to the factory or going to your showroom in '69 and buying it brand new and driving off the showroom floor. It's actually finished nicer than that. Thanks for coming for the test drive. I hope you enjoyed it. We're going to put it back in the airplane hangar, and we'll see you next time.